Well, happy spring. Here in Minnesota, it doesn't look a whole lot like spring yet, but hopefully soon. We are coming to you once again from Stitch and Bee here in Blue Earth, Minnesota. We meet at the Patton Funeral Home Community Room the second Saturday of each month from 9 to 4. You are so invited to join us. We'd love to have you here. You can bring any kind of handwork. So we have cross stitchers, knitters, quilters, you name it. You are welcome to come. There is no charge, and people come from all over to join us here.
Hi, I'm Brianna, and I'm just going to talk about one finish and two of my whips here today. And my finish here is Cardinal Kin by Plum Street Samplers. And it was just a nice little quick project to do because I tend to do bigger things and I needed something small for a break. And then instead of working on one of my bigger things again, I fell in love with a little small thing. This one is still in progress. And it is the Fragments in Time 2023 Berlin Woolwork number 2 by Summerhouse Stitchworks. And I don't have it done, I'm getting pretty close here. And it is on Fortnite 32 count in the colorway Splashy. So I'm pretty excited about that one. And then I'm also working on the Wonders of the Hubble Telescope Stitch Along by Climbing Goat Designs. And like I said, this is a stitch along, so there's 3 parts now released actually. I just haven't started the third yet, but here are the first 2 of the Hubble images she has released so far. And that one will be going on through the rest of this year for a while. And again, it was the Wonders of the Hubble Space Telescope by Climbing Goat Designs here.
So I have a few things to show you today, and I'm going to start with my fully finished projects. And one that I finished this month, this is by Heart and Hand, and it's called Pocket Round Bee. And so I stitched this little bee and put it in a little tin and then put a magnet on the back. My sister and I both love anything to do with bees, so of course I made one for me and made one for her. And yes, I did a nicer job on hers than I did on mine, because your sister deserves the best. Another thing that I finished this month was a shepherd's bush project called Keep a Happy Heart. And that is this pattern right here. Now, if you like this pattern, what you need to know is this was a giveaway here at Stitch and Bee. Besides showing our finished projects, we always have a giveaway table. And so this is on the table this month. So somebody who wants it can take this pattern home. My sister and I are going to StitchCon in June. I've never been there before. I'm sure many of you had. But I want to make some little table favors for whoever's at our table. So I've gotten these little bitty hoops and put a little tomato in the hoop and made it into a floss ring. So I think they're cute, and I sure hope that they like them. One of my goals in April is to finish Florence Law 1899, Waste Not, Want Not. This is my first Hands Across the Sea project. I showed it last month also. And I'm stitching this in red on a piece of 28 count. I believe it's not another sampler. And I'm just to the point where I'm ready to put my name on it. Now, I know sampler purists would say you have to put the name of the person who did the sampler. I'm going to put my name on it. That would be more important to me and also for whoever gets this when I'm gone. So hopefully I will finish this maybe even today. Another project that I've been working on for a really long time is this Christmas Quaker. And this is, was a pattern I purchased online from Happy Mood Point is the name of the designer. If you look at the bottom, you can see I'm just about done. Whoops, there goes. So instead of a new birthday start, I'm going to challenge myself to finish this by my birthday in May. So I am excited to get it done, and then I will treat myself to framing for a birthday gift. So you all know that here in Blue Earth, our local needlework store is Welcome Stitchery. Unfortunately, I'm in there a little bit too often, but I discovered a pattern that many of you have probably seen before. This is a Brenda Gervais pattern called Faith of the Heart. And I've just barely started. It doesn't look like anything yet, so I'm not going to show it to you. But the saying on the pattern is, God finds a low branch for the bird that cannot fly. And that really spoke to me. So hopefully I will have some progress to show you on that next month. I don't know if a lot of people use the Book of Days or not, but I thought I would talk about that just briefly today. This is my second year doing the Book of Days. And what I did in January was I wrote down all of my whips down this column here. So I have between 20 and 25 whips, and my goal is to never go over 25 because that's kind of outrageous already. For me, no judgment to anybody else. If you have 50 of them, you go for it. Enjoy. But then I write down, I pretty much keep track of how much time I spend on each project. Here at Stitch and Bee, they call it doing the Linda. I will start a project. I will set the timer for a half an hour. When my timer beeps, I have two choices. I can either reset and keep stitching if I want to, or I can be done and write down that I worked on it for a half an hour. That's not going to work for everybody, but it keeps me motivated. You'll see, though, I'm not really a sticker crazy person, so here's the whole month of March. There aren't a ton of stickers on that. So I've seen some really beautiful books from people who do a lot of stickers. but I want to have room in the square to write down what I got done.
Hello, my name is Echo, and I am kind of new at stitching, only been doing it for a little bit. So I only have one stitching project for you, and I have some other non-cross stitch projects to show you. So I will show you my cross stitch project first. So this is Tent Maker by Carolyn Manning. Here's what it's. This is Tent Maker by Carolyn Manning. And this is what I have so far. Almost the first page done. This is my first, I guess, full coverage one. And then after this, I'm gonna start a Heaven and Earth. So this is like my test run to see if I like full coverages. My second thing is a finished project. So this is a quilt, which you see behind me. It's called the Irish Moss quilt. And I fell in love, or Irish Mist, sorry, Irish Mist. So this Irish Mist quilt, I fell in love with the pattern, and then I love batik fabrics. Anything that has the marbling or multiple different colors, I just love it. So I had to make this quilt out of batiks. And I will show you a picture later on of the full thing. It's not completely done. I still need to do the top stitching and the binding, but it took a while and I just love it. The next thing I'm going to show you is a pair of socks. They are called the Rainbow Connections by Crazy Sock Lady. I am doing black and a rainbow kind of yarn that I did. Now this yarn I dyed myself, and what I did was I had a pot of water and 5 mason jars that I put in there. I put the dye in the mason jars, and I just kind of took this yarn and weaved it in and out of the colors. So as I let it boil, it kind of wicked up. So there are parts where like the purple gets lighter. I just think it came out really, really cool. And this is actually my second pair of socks that I'm making with it, but I just love the design that's coming out. So you got the pattern on the front and just regular knit on the back. I can't wait until these are done. Thank you for joining us.
In June, we are going to do a swap here at Stitch and Bee, and it will be our second swap. It'll be our third swap, excuse me. So our last swap was a Christmas ornament back in December, and in June, we're going to exchange Patriotic smalls. And that is whatever you want it to be. So it can be a pin cushion, a needle book, a little frame piece, whatever you want. But we would love to have you be a part of that if you would like. So we'll be exchanging those in June. A brand new project that we are just going to get started here at Stitch and Bee is a round robin project that we will be working on in conjunction with the Main Street Sewing Society. In Blue Earth, besides having a cross-stitch store, we have Michelle's Quilt and Sew, and they have been giving quilts for many, many years to veterans of Faribault County. So what we have is Justine from Welcome Stitchery donated this piece of linen. It's We the People, right? It's the, I was going to call it the Declaration of Independence. That's not it. Preamble to the Constitution. And we have that piece, and then we have a bunch of red, white, blue, and gold fibers, and then a book. Now, what we're going to do is you are asked, or we are asked, whoever would like to stitch something on this piece. It can be something out of this patriotic book, or it can be something else that you already have. So we're going to stay in between, the borders, and then this will be made into a quilt that will, again, eventually go to a veteran here in Faribault County. this is such a worthy project to honor our veterans and to thank them for their service. So you can use your own thread, or these colors would be good: reds, whites, blues, golds. And once you have stitched something on it, then we will pass it on to another person. So if somebody is willing to do that, I'm going to start. If you would like to be involved in this project, I would be happy to send it on to you. So let us know if you would like to be a part of this project. Speaking of which, we'd like to remind you to please like our video, please subscribe. As soon as we get to some magic number, I don't know what the magic number yet is, of subscribers, I will make a project bag or 2 or 3, and we will have a giveaway to thank you for subscribing. Ring the notification bell, and then you will know when we have a new video coming up. So we post just once a month. And what we do that's different from other Flosstubers you may have seen is that we like to have several people show their projects, show what they're working on, so that you get to see a large variety of different projects. So thank you so much for watching.